Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. Shavan Barrett, also known as Chippy Carey, you celebrated your birthday on Saturday, September 30. Your mom, Claudette, and the entire family, they had asked us to big you up on your birthday. Let's hope that on Saturday, you had a wonderful birthday and may you live to see a whole heap more. In today's journey, we are still heading to Lucy in the parish of Hanover. We are now at Grange Square in the parish of Westmoreland. We are going to be traveling on some rough and bumpy road. A road that for the longest while, many promises has been made to fix it, but it only gets worse. So sit back, relax and enjoy the view. We are coming live later. Our in-house lawyer, Mrs. Esther McKitty Griffin, she'll be here about 7:30 Jamaica time. Now, I wanted to do it earlier, but due to circumstances, that's the best time. So stick around and tell a friend to tune in later on. Don't miss it. In today's news, now this one, it took place early yesterday morning. Sunday, October 1, about 2 o'clock. It took place at a place named Harding Hall in the Green Island Police area in the parish of Hanover. We are learning that a lady, a very hard-working lady, she's called Lataya. Lataya, she owned a boardhouse at Harding Hall. She started working on the overseas program and she started doing some improvements on her house. She started to add a concrete section to the house. We are told that Lataya, she is currently overseas working and spending a lot of money on her house. Early yesterday morning, fire was seen coming from the house and Lataya's mother, who lived in a house nearby, she was alerted. Residents, they tried to put out the fire, but to no avail. A unit from the Lucy Fire Department responded and they were only able to do cooling down operation. We are told that damage is estimated at over 3 million Jamaican dollars. The police and the fire personnel, they are investigating to ascertain what could have caused this fire. Sad indeed. Now, can you imagine how Lataya, who is working hard overseas to finish up her house, is feeling right now? Sad indeed. In this next story, listen this one. Saturday afternoon, September 30, about some minutes after 4 o'clock. A guy, his name is David O'Connor. He celebrated his 19th birthday last month on September 6. David, he's living at Hendon Norwood in Montego Bay in the parish of St. James. We are told that David, he went to an ATM machine inside the Sangster International Airport and he withdrew some money. We are told that his actions aroused the suspicion of some undercover persons who were in the airport. As a result, the police were informed. When the police approached and searched David, a Visa debit card issued by a bank in the United States of America was taken from his pants pocket. This debit card had the name of a female on it. An ATM receipt in the amount of 40 United States dollars was taken from his pocket, as also 40 United States dollars. Are you following me? David, he was questioned by the police and he told the police that his friend Michael had given him the card to withdraw the money. While the police were there talking to David, Michael turned up. No, Michael's correct name is Michael Smith. He is 24 years old and he's living at Albion Road in Montego Bay. Michael, he told the police that he was the one who gave David the card to withdraw the money for him and that the card belonged to his girlfriend. Remember, I told you that the name of a female was on the card? Now, when the police asked Michael what was the name of his girlfriend who the card belongs to, it is alleged that Michael, he gave them a different name from the name that was on the card. It is alleged that Michael, he gave the police conflicting information as to how he came in possession of the card. As a result, both David and Michael, they were arrested and charged for possession of access device and conspiracy, and they'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next incident, this one took place at the No Limit Bar along the Grangeville Main Road in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that Friday night, September 29, about 11:30, the operator for the bar locked it up and went away. Early Saturday morning, September 30, it was observed that the bar, it was broken into. Hoodlums, they gained entry by removing a sheet of ply off the front door. The hoodlums, they then entered the bar and stole a number of liquors to include Hennessy, Crown Royal, beers and other liquors. They also damaged and broke into 7 gaming machines where they stole a large amount of cash that was in the machines. They then made good their escape. Just like that. In this next story, now, in recent times, Beryllium security vehicles, they have been under attack from hoodlums on the street. Security guards were shot and millions of dollars stolen. Well, based on this case, Beryllium is being attacked internally also. A 23-year-old vault teller. She's employed to the Beryllium Montego Bay office. She was arrested and charged for stealing over $2 million from the company. Her name is Shamoya Coley. She was born on August 24, 2000. Shamoya, she's living at Galloway District in the Betheltown area of Westmoreland. So, this is what we are learning. Listen me carefully. We are told that early last week, a manager at the Beryllium office noticed some discrepancies. As a result, the manager went and reviewed the camera system. Shamoya, the vault teller, she was seen on video footage removing a large quantity of $5,000 notes and placing them under the computer that she was using keyboard. You following me? Shamoya, she was seen on video camera thieving a large quantity of $5,000 notes and placing them under the keyboard for the computer that she was using. Shamoya, she was then seen removing the money from under the keyboard and placed it in her sweater. Shamoya, she then left out of the cash room and returned without her sweater. You got that? The police were called in and Shamoya, she was pointed out to them. The police, they carried Shamoya to her locker where a search was carried out and bingo, over $250,000 Jamaican dollars were found in Shamoya's locker. The police, they also took Shamoya to her home in Betheltown where they searched and found over 300,000 Jamaican dollars. We are also told that Shamoya, she gave the police a statement confessing that between August 1 and last week, Monday, September 25, she stole over 200,000 Jamaican dollars about 9 to 10 different times. And this money was stolen from clients who would have handed over their money to the company for safe keeping. So, can you imagine? Can you just imagine how many staff members at different companies are being blamed for stealing those money? This not safe at all. Shamoya, she was arrested and charged, and she'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next story, this one took place Saturday afternoon, September 30, about 4 o'clock. It took place at Stratbogie in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that a team of police officers from the Savannah Lamar CIB, they were on patrol when they carried out a raid at a car wash. A guy, he was seen washing a white 2015 Toyota Mark X motor car. The car was searched and bingo. Now, if you look on your screen, that 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 9 rounds of 9mm cartridges, was found wrapped in a multicolored long-sleeve shirt on the back seat of the car. The guy who was seen washing the car, his name is Devon Barrett, but he's popularly known as Rubbie. Rubbie is 21 years old and he's living at Stratbogie. We are told that Rubbie, he's not the owner for the car, but he was the one who drove the car to the car wash, and he had given what is called a caution statement to the police, claiming ownership of the gun. So Rubbie, he was arrested and charged by the police for possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition, and he'll be going to the courts shortly. In this next story, early Saturday morning, September 30, about 2 o'clock, a team of police officers, they were on patrol in the Quarry and Salt Spring areas of St. James. We are told that the team, they stopped at a section of Quarry and they started to patrol on foot. They were walking on a track when they saw a group of hoodlums. We are told that the hoodlums, they immediately opened gunfire at the police. The cops, they took evasive action and returned the fire. The hoodlums, they ran off in different directions. When the smoke was cleared, a search was carried out of the area and one brown and chrome Taurus 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 16 rounds of 9mm cartridges, was found in bushes along the track. None of the police officers were injured, and it's not known if any of the hoodlums were hit. But one 2014 grey Mazda Premacy motor car that was parked nearby, we are told that it received a whole heap of gunshot damage. We are also told that the hoodlums, they are aligned to a gang in the area. The mayhem. Now in this next story, this one took place last night, Sunday, October 1, minutes after 11 o'clock. It took place along Station Road in the Little London area of Westmoreland. We are learning that a man, he's in his late 30s. He was driving his white CG150 Cobra motorcycle along the Station Road towards Retreat. We are told that a white Toyota Axio motor car that was traveling in the opposite direction with 4 hoodlums aboard blocked his path. The hoodlums, they then demanded the man's motorcycle. We are told that the man, he turned around the bike in the opposite direction and the hoodlums in the Axio, they opened gunfire at him, hitting him to his left shoulder and his lower back. The man, he fell from the bike and the hoodlums, they drove away in the Axio, making good their escape. The police, they were alerted and they went to the scene and picked up this man. He was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. We are told that when this crime scene was processed, 3.45 spent shells were recovered from the scene. Just like that. Boy, may I tell you, the mayhem. Now, in this next story, on Wednesday night, June 14, about 9 o'clock, 2 men were shot and killed at Hartford District in the parish of Westmoreland. That man to your left, his name is Emron Hanson, but he was popularly known as Tyreek. Tyreek was 23 years old at the time. Tyreek, he was living at 3 Miles River in the parish of Westmoreland, and he was working at a popular appliance store in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. We are told that Tyreek, he was on day off that day, so he went to look for his baby mother and child at Hartford in Westmoreland. The man to your right, his name is Bryan Tulloch, but anyone who knew him called him Tulloch. Tulloch was 38 years old at the time, and he was engaged to Tyreek's baby mother's mother. They were supposed to get married very soon. For many years, Tulloch, he was a supervisor at both D&Y and Shoppers Fair supermarket in Savannah Lamar. Hoodlums invaded, shooting both Tyreek and Tulloch. When the shooting subsided, Tyreek, he was seen lying on his back at the front of the yard with gunshot wounds to the right side of his chest. Tulloch, he was seen on his back on a bed with gunshot wounds to the right side of his face and the back of his head. The Westmoreland police, they have now identified that guy on your screen as the killer. His name is Neiko Findlay. The police, they are saying that Neiko, he frequents areas such as Hartford, Cornwall, Petersfield, and other communities in the parish of Westmoreland. Neiko, you are asked to turn yourself in to the police, and if you know where Neiko is hiding, the police are asking you to pass on the information and don't bother with the can't trust police business. There are ways, many ways, to pass on information without anyone knowing who you are. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you'll be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, now, ever so often, we see some headlines. A businessman is killed, or a shopkeeper is killed, or so-and-so is killed. There is hardly a headline on mainstream media telling you that a hoodlum is killed, or was killed, or that a thief was killed. But let me tell you something. If it's one thing you can depend on this channel for, is that we are gonna give you the news behind the news. There is a story online in one of the newspapers today stating that 2 males were shot. The article identified one of them as Johnoy, but he was popularly known as Nunu. He is 29 years old, and the article goes on to say that he was a shopkeeper. Nunu, he lived at New Green in the parish of Manchester. Well, about 9 o'clock last night, Nunu and other persons were in his shop when hoodlums entered. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at Nunu, hitting him in his head and his upper body. A 35-year-old man, he was trying to escape through a window, and one of the hoodlums shot him in his left foot. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. Nunu, he died on the spot, and the man who was shot and injured, he was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans